Natasha, tell us a bit about you. Tash Bunny the gamer, you're an esports host. What else? Give it to us.
I think you pretty much mentioned everything. Oh, right. I'm a content producer for IGN Southeast Asia. It's a gaming portal. I really love working there. And I also stream in my free time. I stream video games. Sometimes I stream myself screaming. Sometimes I just talk. Sometimes I stream rage inducing games and people seem to like it.
Yes, I've heard your screams.
Yes.
They're quite special, I have to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
They I don't know whether it'd be safe to measure how the decibels or how high they go,
No,
whatever.
I like one where there's a compilation of you doing different yells to an
Classical music.
orchestra. That
Yeah.
was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my editor's work. He imagine like you come home from work and then you open up your Discord channel and then there's like your editor goes, "Oh hey, I did something for you," and you look at it and the first thing you see is, "Wow, you had that much footage of me screaming."
Yeah.
Wow.
And also you're like, wow, he had a lot of time on his hands.
Wow, he was brave.
Oh, he was bored.
Yeah, he was bored. Okay, so
Oh.
talking about that and you know your channels and the content you make and the live streaming you do and everything, how did the MCO before and now again affect you as a gamer and host?
As a gamer, I feel like I spend way too much time gaming now. I have way too much free time. As a host, it's a little bit more tough because I had like a few things lined up this year because we thought everything will be lifted, but a lot of stuff got canceled. So this is where I'm kind of thankful that I do have a daytime job because income still comes in. But speaking
When
of
you say
that, I
daytime
feel
job,
for a lot
which
of
one
people
exactly
who,
is it? When you say daytime
IGN
job.
Southeast Asia. It's my content producing job. I make videos and I write stories about gaming and all that shebang. I also make a lot of TikToks on there too. It's actually really funny. So I just like self promoting. Yeah, I'm just like
I don't even have a TikTok account. I don't even
okay,
have
so
an
you
account.
guys should. You guys should. So like everyone thinks like it's a Gen Z thing, but I got on there during last MCO, like last year, March, and it's more than just like the dancing videos. Like those are fun too. But like I'm seeing a lot of people get really creative with their content because people are at home, they're bored, and you see like the funniest content. Like my friend
Yeah.
Patricia, I think she went viral on TikTok a few months ago. She was doing like really funny skits, and that's how she blew up. And her daytime job is just a simple as a model, you know. It's
Right.
just so cool seeing people create on there. But speaking of that, like I was saying, going back to my hosting thing, I feel bad for people who actually do hosting as a full-time thing. I feel like a lot of their income have been cut off, and it makes me really feel for them. Like I'm actually seeing that they're actually just like, you know, like big names are actually out there saying they really need work, and I feel so helpless because I don't know what to do to help.
Yeah, it is a very difficult time for the people in the arts and entertainment world. The same world that actually keeps everybody else at home entertained
Yes.
are the very ones, unfortunately and sadly, out of work. And talking about content though and going viral, you went viral because of your act of kindness for all delivery riders in your area by setting up a free drinks and snack station outside your house. Tell us about how that idea came about.
Okay, so this happened around last December-ish, around the holidays, where I found a lot of my American people I follow on Twitter. They were like doing this whole kindness thing where they would put like a lot of like snacks and everything outside for delivery riders, for for packages and all that, the postman. And at first I didn't really think a lot of it because like, you know, it's like, oh, that's cool, I guess things are really bad there, they want to do something nice. And then after that, I think more recently, like a month ago, I think it was, there was a lady that was sending my parcels for me. Like, you know how nowadays like anyone can sign up to send
Yeah.
parcels to your
Yes.
house. So I saw this lady with like 3 of her kids in the car, 3 or 4, I cannot remember, and they were like just drowning in so many packages, and this small girl came out of the car to pass me my package. And I felt so sad because honestly, number one, I don't think kids should be in school or at home, you know, right now, and they should be,
Yeah.
you know, learning and doing kid things. And, you know, because the mom has to get an extra job, or that's her full-time job, she has to bring her kids as well, because there's obviously no one at home taking care of her kids. And I felt so, and I wonder like how I could make it just a little bit better. So with the inspiration I got from Twitter, that's what I did. It's not as cool as the one I saw on Twitter, but it's something.
No, I mean that's absolutely brilliant. Everything, big or small, actually matters and counts, doesn't it? So tell us, what was the original initial reaction of the writers when they saw what you put out for them? So this is like day one of its inception. So what was it? What did you put out, and what was the reaction?
When we first did it, it was just because like we had like extra cookies and biscuits at home, so we just like left it out. It wasn't like anything big. It was just like who wants it, just take it. Um, I think like what happened was that my sister was outside, and then she was like, "Oh, if you want some biscuits, go take some." And then they were like, "Really, really?" And then she was like, "Yeah, yeah." And they look kind of happy, and like some of them even like took their phones and took a picture of like a sign, like both my sister and I did, saying delivery riders, please take one. Like I feel like they were really I guess touched or happy by the gesture. I
They
mean,
weren't
obviously
shocked,
working in
or
their job is not
they
easy.
didn't go, wait a
Not
minute, is this
shocked.
real?
What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Maybe it could happen. But like honestly, I feel like I feel bad for them because their job is not easy, and I hear they have to meet like a quota, and it's a pretty insane quota, and it's hot and it rains, just something
Mm.
that can make their life just a little bit easier. Just the other day, I think I was at the post office, I was sending something out to my boyfriend, and I remember this one writer, he was saying like there are so many packages recently and he was just so tired, but he has to do it, and he says like it's been getting a lot worse ever since the MCO happened, and that just made me feel a lot worse. So just like I don't know how to make it better. I wish I
Yeah.
could, but yeah.
Well, most wouldn't think to do what you did, and you went the extra mile, and you're actually paying them a delivery fee as well. Um, you know, what would you say to people in terms of what you're doing and what they could possibly do to actually think about what they're doing, what they could do?
I feel like in order to really like to understand their situation, you need a lot of empathy. And I feel like a lot nowadays, like empathy is definitely needed because we don't see empathy from people who we feel need to feel empathy. So I feel like we as a community need to come together to help each other, especially in these tough times. Because some of us, obviously, like me, I feel very privileged that I live in a life where I have a full time job, I have a house, I can work from home, and how I can make it easier for everyone out there. Like nowadays, like community is something that we cannot see anymore because there's no church service, there's no going to mosques, there's no visiting the temple. So what can we
Yeah.
do to still come together
Yeah.
as a society to is it to be a community?
So right, invisible community. It's there. We just can't see it or touch it. So what were some of the major challenges you faced when setting up your little proper snack station?
mm, so far nothing. It was just more of like wondering like what to put there next. Like right now, like a lot of my food stuff is depleted and I feel really guilty when I don't fill it up properly. But as we know, deliveries are getting a little bit more slower now because of the MCO, and I'm a little bit anxious because like I'm just like, what if I run out? Like, there's no more food. There's only 8 bottles of water left.
There's you like running out in the middle of the night to the nearby shops to sort of bulk buy, I don't know,
Actually,
biscuit.
I did
how do
that.
you get the supplies for all
Yeah.
that?
I actually got them from online shopping. It's a little bit cheaper. I can buy it wholesale. A lot cheaper than buying from supermarket or convenience stores, actually. So that's how I do it. Yeah, and also I don't really want to leave the house. I'm scared.
Do you go like, okay, so this one seems to be more popular, I'm gonna get more of that.
Yeah.
Do you ever like did a little study and go, this one I think let's go lower on the junk food because these guys need more energy and stuff like that?
I did, but not like that. I was like seeing which snacks went first and which snacks didn't. And from there, I'm kind of like customizing the snack menu. So like I noticed like cakes and biscuits usually go first. I noticed because I feel like I guess it's more filling and it's easier to eat compared to like the keropok.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like adding more biscuits and cakes, but I still have the keropok there. I'm thinking about getting D's next or something.
Interesting. So, how much are you spending on your stock every week?
This is your money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I have no clue. I just like, oh, this looks nice. Bye. Because
So
it's like
maybe we need to
bought
get
with that.
Yeah.
someone whose business
You
minded
need
to
to
be in
get some
touch with you.
accounting
Yeah.
done, man.
Yeah. Oh dear. So
I
listen, we
mean, the
know.
most, yeah, sorry.
No, I was going to say, carry on.
I would say the most I would do is see which is the best deal I can get, like the cheapest out of like the same brand, and that's the most I would go.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if she's actually spending more money than the stuff that she's buying, including the delivery
I know.
for that on top of it? It's like double that.
Yeah.
So listen, we noticed in the photos that you have hot chocolate and coffee sachets, but you don't
Mhm.
have any hot water. So how does it actually work for the
No.
riders?
That one was my sister's genius. I did ask her that, but she was like, they can bring it back and do it at the office. So I was like, okay, sure.
Ah,
Because
that's true.
obviously I cannot do that. Yeah.
Keep their mug at the office, and then surely there must be some kind of hot water or
Yeah, yeah.
kettle in the office,
Yeah. I
right?
suppose you can find hot water somewhere, but
Even we have one,
yeah.
a kettle.
Yeah, yeah. But the drinks, you said the water, it goes really, really fast, right?
Oh yeah, surprisingly, the drinks like people actually do take them, like a lot of them. Other than that, like the other day we did have chocolates before, but it's a little bit too expensive, so unfortunately I have to cut it off the menu. I'm sorry.
No, I think that also the chocolate is messy to eat and it just melts and it doesn't taste nice when it's hot. So I think
Oh
you're
yeah,
but
true.
strategically, fill up the belly, the biscuits to the cake, water and some sort of drink sachets for a warm drink when you kind of get home and a break, sorry, at work,
Yeah.
So I think you've got it sussed.
But are you planning to do this like long term? Actually, how long term are you planning to do this?
I actually have no clue. I guess as long as I have extra money, sure.
That's
So
fun.
when the money runs out, let's just touch wood, it won't. But at some point, are you gonna stop doing it, and that means riders are gonna come?
uh,
Hey, where's the food?
I don't think I'll stop, but I think eventually over time maybe it'll be a lot. The menu will be a lot less comprehensive. Like maybe it'll
More
just be
lean,
water
more
and like
lean.
one type of snack. Yeah, yeah. For now, MCO, just got prolonged again. So I feel
Mm.
like I'm gonna be doing that. But I feel like when the situation improves, maybe eventually over time I'll stop.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you ever go? Okay, I've created a little bit of a monster here. Like, how do I stop this? It's like you're spinning
Oh my
this.
god. So
Yeah.
okay, so before this, I felt like the snack was a lot slower to finish, but recently it's been a lot faster. I think it's because I'm also including the abang and kakak kutit sampah as well. So there's a lot. Obviously, there's a lot more people coming to grab, and I was like, I did not think this through. I need to put more outside. I think.
I definitely,
Because
I love,
yeah.
no, carry on.
Oh, sorry. So, I actually thought that I actually didn't think of the Abaga Kakute Sapa initially until someone tagged me in an IG story with my viral story and said, I think like Abaga Kakute Sapa deserves some love too. I'm like, oh yeah, there's that too, and yeah, that's how started adding more people in. I think including now, I'm starting to including the gardeners as well in my area, the ones who make sure that the grass is cut and everything as well.
Because technically they are essential services.
Yeah. And they work so hard,
Mm.
especially our dustbin men. I mean, like that's a smell to be, with the whole day
Yeah.
and hot and working. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect
Yeah.
for those guys. Um, in this day and age where everyone would rather mind their own business, especially when they've got their own stresses and concerns over sort of survival and getting through this period, why do you think it's so important for us to show compassion and kindness at this time?
I feel like compassion and kindness is really important at this time because I feel like when you go on social media, there's a lot more hate,
Mm.
and it sounds like it's a very horrible world out there. I'm not gonna lie, like in terms of like scrolling on social media, like I've been trying to like cut down on that because it's been so negative and it feels so depressing just looking at the news every day. So when I live by this one I guess mantra. It's like even though the world is cruel and horrible, you should be kind no matter what, because you are probably one of the few people in the world that can make the world better. So if you can make the world better, how small or how big you can do it, just do it.
I absolutely love that. And that actually answers probably my next question, which would be, what's your message to us Malaysians inspired by this small but meaningful gesture, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm glad like kind of went viral, not because of like the popularity, but rather I'm seeing people do go out there themselves, putting out snacks and showing appreciation to more people out there. And I'm glad that it inspires people to do more good. Because like honestly, I felt like what I did was so small, and I was kind of surprised at how viral it went, because I just wanted to share it with my friends. But if it's inspiring and it makes people do better, then I'm more than happy that this is what went viral and not one of my screaming clips on the
Yes, I was going to
internet.
say, this is a good catalyst, screaming clip, perhaps for a
Yeah.
horror movie. If anyone's looking for a good screamer for, I don't know,
Yes.
voice track or anything.
Go to
Yeah.
Tash, man.
Tash Bunny.
Yeah. But have you heard of other people, like, because it went viral, they saw, hey, I can do it in my taman as well. Have you heard of stories like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I
The
think a
Snack
bunch
Bar
of them
Collective.
actually started doing it. Yeah, and they actually started like tagging me, and I think they replied on my tweet as well with their own little experiences and what they've been doing. And it makes me so happy to know that I'm not the only one who's been doing this. Like I think a lot of people have, but just more quiet. Like they didn't post it. So that's what happened, which is why my dad was like, "Huh, you got viral for something you posted," and I'm like, "Yeah."
But it's nice that in a way, it's paying it forward that other people are doing something good as well. Now, the big question is, if I want a cookie, so where's your house? How do I drive over to your place to pick up a cookie or two?
I ain't
Singapore, right?
saying it
Singapore,
because then
right?
I'll see like a whole
Singapore, right?
bunch. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Singapore.
I'll see a
Orchard
whole
Road.
bunch of like riders there.
Yeah.
Like, hey, where's our snack?
Hey, but seriously, expect a lot more. Because right now the money's coming out of your own pocket. After this, who knows? Other people might want to latch onto this and then say, hey, why don't you give this as well? If people were to want to
Donate.
to you for the frontliners, how did they get in touch with you?
You can email me, or
Or
you can
your
just DM me
IG?
on my social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all open. Feel free. But honestly, I would rather you guys donate to more charities or people who need them. Like there are people, there are orphans, there are old folks' homes who really need help right now. And I would rather see them go there, because right now I feel like I'm doing good. So yeah, help those who need it more.
That is so awesome. Let kindness lead the way. It's lovely talking to you, Tash Bunny.
Thank you.